Hello guys, it is Marcus Ponghams here, and in this video we're going to be learning about how to program in C#. So this is the first tutorial episode of the series, mainly aimed for beginners who have coded before and know the basic concept of programming So, firstly, you want to download Visual Studio Community 2017, or if you're looking to become a professional developer, you can download the professional one, the free trial, if you want to try that out. And if you want to become a professional developer and make more advanced tools, then you can use that. But for now, it's going to use the free IDE. Visual Studio is by Microsoft. It's the most popular IDE for making Windows applications. The 2017 version also supports making iOS, Android applications, but I've never done that before because it's not to my interest. But if you want to do that as well, then you can use Visual Studio, as it is the most popular IDE, so it's aimed to be quite good for developers. I'm currently coding it to make my mass email bomber /sender. So that comes with a variety of features. If you're interested, you can just message me on Discord or on YouTube, whatever. If you know my Discord, you can message me. I might leave my Discord in the description in case you want to contact me for any of my products that I'm selling. Currently only one, then I'll guide you through that if you want to buy. But yeah, once you download the Visual Studio Community 2017, you can open it up. Open that big boy up. So 2017. That one is open. It takes a while to open, but once it has, you get started. Alright. So that's my email bomber that I'm currently working on with my other developer. So once you're here, click on File, New, Project. Alright. Or you can just do Control-Shift-N to create a new Windows Form application. At least that's what I'm making in this video, right? Well, not exactly, actually. We're going to be working on a console application. Now, a Windows Form application is a bit more advanced than a console application. So it's a bit more something you're not going to work on, really, for this series. Because this series is more for beginners, it's not really for the more advanced stuff. So you want to start off simple as beginners, right? As you guys, as beginners. If you're an advanced programmer or developer, then feel free to look at some other tutorial aimed for a higher level of yours, or the desired level that you'd like to work at for your programming level. But this is a beginner's level for now, anyway, in this series. So here on the left here, you'll see installed. So you've got Visual C#, you've got Visual Basic, Visual C++, and other project types. Let's not worry about C++, Visual Basic, or any of this, right? Let's just worry about C#, alright? Because this is a really good language for programming if you're looking to become a really good developer and learn. So yeah. It's pretty good for making Windows Form applications. Can be used for making console applications. They're a little bit more simpler, of course. Windows Form applications are a bit more advanced, but since this is beginner level, it's going to be doing a console app. So click on Console App and make sure you're in the Visual C# section. Alright. Now, in the name here, we can call this application whatever you want. So let's just call it Tutorial 1. Alright, now if we click OK here, it will start creating a project. So let's see what gets generated here, shall we? Alright, at first this may seem a little bit threatening or scary to you. Let's not worry about all this. Let's not worry about namespaces. Let's not worry about classes. Let us write about this main method here. Let's make a note here. So this is a method, right? This is a method, this static void main. If we wanted to create a method, we could do like public void method 1 or something like that, right? That'll be creating a method, right? Anything like that. But yeah, this is the starting point for the application. Whenever the program is run, this, okay, let's just refine this. This is the starting point for the application when it is run, right? So if a program was opening, right? If a program had opened, it would be quite boring if it didn't do anything, right? So you want the program to do something on form start, right? So let's just write a line to the console. And you may be asking, how do we do this in C#? Right, let's have a think, shall we? So, what are we writing to? We're writing to a console, right? This is the easy way to think about it when you're trying to write a line to a console, if you can't remember quite well, but it's quite simplistic, simple, whatever. Now, console.writeLine. We want to write a line to the console, alright? So, let's open and end brackets here, of course, because this is a method, write line, and any method after the method name, if it's a method, you put these 2 brackets, open and closing brackets, because this is a method, alright? And it requires parameters, so we need to put the parameters, or arguments, I should say, either way. So we need to put whatever we want to write to the console in these brackets. But since you want to write a string is basically just letters. Let's call it letters, right? So if you want to print out a string to the screen, strings are always in quotation marks, alright? So put the string in quotation marks, and the quotation marks, you put that in if it's a string, in between the thing. So and let's just write hello world. Hello world. So we put hello world in these indented in quotations because it's a string, alright? And at the end here, it's got a little what's it called? Red squiggly line thing. So here it expects a semicolon, alright? At the end of every line in C#, you need a semicolon, alright? This basically tells the program this line is a line, alright? And that this line is not going to continue. So now you can write another line, such as console.readKey, alright? ReadKey basically means it will wait for key to be inputted before the program closes. Because if we just had write line, yeah, let's just start this. If it's just a write line, it would write the line and then close the application instantly, as you're about to see. See, it just closes instantly. When this read key, closes it when a key is pressed. Alright? In release mode, I don't think it actually closes it instantly if you just put write line. Actually it does still. Well, okay. Anyway. So, if you put read key here, it will wait for a key to be inputted before the application closes. So if you put a key in here, it will just close. Alright, if we input it, whatever key, it could be letter, let's say. We could do read line, so you have to press a line that says hello, and enter, and then it will close. Read line, you have to press enter to actually close it. But for read key, you just press a key, and then it closes. But yeah, you just press a key, and it will close the application. But just remember for this tutorial, console.writeLine, write a line to console, string goes in, quotation marks indented, and this is a method, and this is the starting point for the application when it is run. This main method is the starting application, is the starting point, alright? Any other method you create is not a starting point. It will always start here, because it's the main function, right? The main function is where you always start. This is the main thing you need to run, right? So yeah, that's it for tutorial 1 on how to create a basic console application. Basically writing lines to a console. So thank you very much guys for watching, and it's been Monster Programs. Peace out.